Greetings, YouTube. David Walters here, known on the internet as Pastor Dave, Amarillo, Texas. Now, I am not a naturalist, nor am I a herbalist. I'm just an old preacher that has learned some things, but I want to give credit to a naturalist and herbalist in Canada named Tony Pantatelleresco. I'm sorry, Tony. Tony Pantatelleresco, whom I happened onto on YouTube and discovered this remedy. Now, I suffer and have COPD and emphysema. So I am on steroid inhalers, rescue inhalers, and on a regular basis in the doctor's office with lung infections, having high-powered antibiotics to get my chest cleared up. I have chronic bronchitis. So I happened on this remedy, which is just 3 ingredients, and it is ginger, which is peeled, and onion, and grapefruit. Now, grapefruit, I took a potato peeler and removed the outer skin, which in the culinary world is known as the zest. And if you can, right here you can see that some of the outer zest is still there. But leave the bioflavonoid or the white pith intact. Do not take that off. So that is the 3 ingredients. Now, what this does for me is it helps my respiratory function in such a manner as to where I no longer need my rescue inhaler. I take this instead, and I find that during almost all of the day long I don't need a rescue inhaler, and I can do things and exert myself and walk fast, go up hills and down hills, and I take care of a lot of animals out in the backyard. And I have found that in the past I could only make 1 trip, and then I would have to rest because I would be out of breath. But with this remedy, I have no problem going up and down the hill without resting. Can walk long distances, exert myself, and still have good lung function. And it is absolutely a great boon for me. This is not a cure. This is not a thing that gets rid of anything. It just helps, and it helps me. And so I am very desirous to share it with others. Now, this also does other things that are very beneficial to strengthening the heart, strengthening the circulatory system. It does relieve pain. It also gives me, I find that whenever it gets a little bit cool, my fingers get numb. They no longer do that. And so I am just really pleased at what this remedy does for me. Now, my prayer and my hope is that possibly it will help you also. So I have a juicer, and I'm going to juice all 3 of these ingredients together. Now, when you take this, or I take this 1 tablespoon at a time. Now, Tony recommends a teaspoon. I did a teaspoon, and it didn't really do me any good. And so I graduated to a tablespoon. Now, this stuff is powerful, and it'll hit you in the back of the throat I feel it in my ears, and then my chest. I can feel the bronchial tubes and things in my lungs and my chest just open up, and slowly the pain in my hips and my spine disappears. It is absolutely something that I recommend to anyone who is having, to give it a try anyway, who is having any kind of respiratory difficulties and is looking for a natural relief, trying to get off of medications and get away from the big pharma into natural things that help us. So here we go. I'm going to juice these products: ginger, onion, and grapefruit. I'm going to juice them together. My piece is a little bit too big. Here's the onion. Ginger. Wow. Remember, leave the white pith on the grapefruit. This is very important. It is very good for the circulation system. In fact, it will absolutely strengthen your circulatory system, and it's just good. Now you may be wondering, you just juice seeds and all. Don't take the seeds out either. Looks like I'm a little Infusing ginger, onion, and grapefruit together is a help to the respiratory system as well as other very, very good benefits. Thank you for watching and subscribe. God bless you and God keep you. My hope and my prayer is that my sharing this will be a help to someone else. Now remember, if you take any kind of medication, do not take this in a 2-hour window. Either 2 hours before your medication or 2 hours after you take your medication, because this is really powerful and it can increase the strength and the activity of your medication. And so be careful with that. Be careful with this. You don't get to thinking that more is better, because this, if you get too much of this all at one time, it could be harmful. And so this is really, really powerful. Well, you say, well, it's not anything but food. Well, that's true. But in its form here, it is kind of, I think, what they call a nutraceutical. And so it is actually a, if you would say so, kind of like a medicine. And it works extremely well for me. Now remember, 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon at a time. And allow yourself an hour or so, if you think you need more. Allow yourself a few minutes or an hour before you do more, because you want to give this a chance to hit, and it hits fast. And thanks for watching again, and if you would, subscribe. I will be making videos on other natural benefits that I have discovered. Now, I'm not a naturalist and I'm not a herbalist. I'm just an old preacher who has learned some things. Thank you for watching. God bless you.